is my P320 Custom Works sort of Legion build. It started off, believe it or not, as an M17. As you can see, this is nothing like an M17. It's been chopped up, lopped apart, and thrown around like a rotisserie chicken by junkyard dogs, you know? It's nothing like an M17 now. I changed out, I mean, even the FCU, so I have a custom, Sig Custom Works FCU in there. I believe it's just a regular 3.5 pound trigger, what Sig says anyways. I have no idea if that's even true or not. Don't even have the energy or want to actually test that. But and it's flat face, which is not like, I guess, normal P320 triggers, and it's a skeletonized trigger because skeletonize everything, I guess. No, don't. And it's got sort of tan gold sort of looking parts on it, so that's cool, right? Yeah. So what do you mean cardboard targets? What? Hey, what the fuck? Okay, you're coming with me. Here we go. Do that with your cardboard target. Use code NANNERS for 15% off. Really, the only thing it shares with a Legion is the grip module, which is the tungsten grip module. I guess they have a big old chunk of tungsten in the actual frame here, and so it weighs it down, makes it feel like it's a little more expensive than it is. On top of that, I have a Sig Pro Cut slide. It's got some lightning cuts in there. I don't know if it's lightning or lightening. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm just gonna say it really quick so you can't really tell what I said, lightning. It's lightning cuts on there, and I really enjoy the look of these. I could get a third-party or aftermarket slide, but I don't know, I just went with this because I thought it looked cool. On top of the slide, I have a CH Precision Weapons, I believe it's what it's called, CH Precision Weapons, little plate here, adapter plate for the Steiner MPS. I actually had to chop it up because I ordered the wrong one. I ordered a Legion plate, which comes with an integrated rear sight in it. So I was like, oh shit, that won't work. So I had to Dremel it just enough to where it'll actually fit. It was pretty scary, but I did it, and it fits. And the sight has not moved, so I'm pretty happy with it. Speaking of the sight, this is a Steiner MPS, a much better looking acro, probably not better performing, because I think the battery life is actually worse, but I would guarantee that the glass quality is probably better. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I think, so deal with it. The dot is plenty bright. Let me turn it all the way up here. Yeah, I mean, direct sunlight, I'm aiming at a white target and I can still perfectly see it. So brightness is perfectly fine. I really like the buttons on the side here. I really like the battery on top. And again, I already said I really like the looks. The looks of it, doesn't look too much like a mailbox. I mean, it still does because it's a mailbox, but it has some nice curves, or not curves, but cuts in it and styling, and it makes it look really nice. All right, and then inside of the slide, I have a Silencer Co. just 4.7-inch threaded barrel, I believe is what it is. I got it just because I wanted to, and I have a pistol suppressor, and so I might as well throw it on this. Speaking of which, this does work really well suppressed. I think I might have changed the actual spring in there to like maybe a 14 pound, I think. I actually can't remember. I'm not going to look up my order history to find out, but it works great suppressed. On this side, I have a Go Guns USA gas pedal, I believe is what it's called. I love these on any P320 that I've ever shot. I've always put it on there. Well, if it belonged to me, I put it on there. I've heard of these possibly breaking. I think Sig even considers their takedown lever a consumable part. So just be careful with these. But I mean, I'm not saying that these are bad by any means. I'm just saying that Sig even considers their own a breakable consumable part. So one thing that I did read was to not press down on it, but press in on it, because pressing down causes another sort of point of pressure instead of just pressing in, you know, science. And then moving down, I have an X300 UB, I believe, is the model. I don't like, okay, I do like this light. I do not like this model of light on this gun because, you hear that? And you see that? That is rattling. I started today with this perfectly tight and not moving. Under recoil, it just walks itself. So it's the quick detach sort of model. I don't know why I got quick detach light thinking, oh, I'm going to take off my light and put it back on all the time. No, it's just going to sit on the gun. So if you're going to get one for a P320, seems to be almost all P320s is what I've seen this on. I would just get the cross bolt version with the screw rather than the actual QD thing, because again, how often are you going to be taking this off of your gun? Well, why do you need it to be QD? You know, so if you do need a QD, maybe not get this. maybe get a different light that is QD and actually fits Sig 320 frames. And then a little mag release from Springer Precision. It's just an extended mag release. I really like it with this grip module. I tried it on my Wilson Combat grip module, and I would hit it all the time with my support hand. So switching it to this, which is a little more beefy of a grip module, it works really well. Has some great, I guess, I don't know what that is, topo. It has some great texture on it and haven't had any issues with it. I love it. Now, you may be wondering, how much does this weigh? Because I have a mailbox on here, I have a big boy light, I have a large barrel. I do have this lightning cut that makes the gun lighter. But I do have a tungsten grip module as well. This weighs 3 pounds. I have it written down in my notes here. This weighs 3 pounds, 6 ounces with a 17 round mag. That's pretty heavy for a pistol. Again, I bet I could get it heavier if I put a full metal grip module on here, and then maybe put a 30 round mag. But yeah, how I run it usually, 3 pounds, 6 ounces. And with that weight, I forgot to mention, it does make the recoil impulse feel a little less, because this is a high bore axis gun compared to Glocks, race guns, stuff like that. This is definitely a high bore axis. You can't deny that. So the recoil impulse is going to be, I mean, scientifically, it's just going to be much more than something that would be lower, like a, what is it, Luago Alien or something like that. But since it is so heavy, the actual recoil impulse of it does not feel near as bad as what, like, say a Carry P320 would be, or something like that. As you saw, I was running this thing quite a bit. I can shoot the shit out of this all day long. I love this thing. You saw I was shooting Infinite Defense, Infinity targets on there. Code Nanners for 15% off. This thing just actually rips, and I love the way it looks, love the way it feels. It is not a cheap gun. I've spent way too much money on this gun, and not a lot to show for it. But personally, I love this gun. I love running it. Makes me feel really cool, especially whenever I have it in like a sort of open front face sort of holster. So this is like a T-Rex Arms SD holster, or Ragnarok SD. Let me get it for you. T-Rex Arms Ragnarok SD. It's just made for, well, I mean, it's just a holster, but you can fit suppressors on it, which is what I mainly got it for, but you can also fit things that can't fit into maybe a Safariland or something, or a closed sort of holster. So stuff with comps, stuff like that. But whenever I run this holster with this gun, it makes me feel real cool, because I have these lightning cuts sticking out, and it just looks cool, you know? The #1 rule about being on the range is looking cool. We all know that. I'm sure you're asking, why are you handling that thing? It could go off at any minute. Even when it's empty, it could go off at any minute. I haven't shot my cock off yet. I carry one daily, a P320 daily, not this one, but I carry one daily. Haven't shot my cock off yet. I'm sure it'll happen soon. But I really enjoy the P320 platform. I really enjoy the way they look, they feel. It's what I have trained on for 5 years now, I think. Not saying that I can't just adapt and switch to another, which I'm sure a lot of you are saying I should. But it's always worked for me, worked for what I use it for. I'm not too worried about it because I'm not a cop and I'm not a competition shooter that puts just pissing hot loads in here. So I'm not really worried about it blowing up on me or going off by itself. And that's about it. I mean, it's just one of my favorite pistols to shoot by far because it shoots just smooth as shit. I know it's not a Glock. I know it's not SP02 or whatever those CZ guys like. I don't fucking know. But it is something I really enjoy. Love the look of it. Love the feel. Love the recoil impulse. I mean, pretty great for considering how high the bore axis is and shit like that. But yeah, as always, I'll see you on the other side.